Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the 12th Man, and I'm your host Prakash, and this is my co-host Patty. And today we'll be bringing you the games from the epic quarterfinals. Let's begin with game day one, France Uruguay.
Yeah,
What do you think of the game?
I was
Pretty chill,
hoping
right?
I was hoping for something more, especially given how Uruguay played in the round
The
of 16
start, yeah,
and how
right.
France's match against Argentina was one of the best in the whole entire World Cup. So I was hoping
Right.
for a clash of two titans going at it, but
Another South American European clash, right?
yeah,
Huh.
and unfortunately, though Uruguay were missing Edinson Cavani, who was so vital for
Yeah.
their win against Portugal in the round of 16. And
hmm
having Stuani really wasn't doing much for them. And Suarez was just alone up front. He didn't have that partnership that he had with
With
Cavani.
Cavani
That was
in the
solely missing
first
for Uruguay.
games. Yeah,
And
definitely.
well, it was like we were discussing how Uruguay would kind of end up losing or giving up goals, and we said headers was certainly not one thing that they would give up because you had the likes of Gordon and Jimenez who were good in the air, and that's what happened for the first goal. I think
Mhm.
Griezmann
Yeah,
took
it
the
was a
free kick,
Griezmann free kick, dead ball
yeah,
situation.
and
Yeah,
Rafael Varane was the first to connect with the ball, and it went into the net, and
yeah.
it was just a matter of how long or how many more goals France were going to score and just running down time.
Oh, but like Uruguay did have that one chance towards the end of the first half. Uh,
Yeah,
Crazy save,
insane,
crazy save.
insane. Laurie
hmm
was like
Right.
extended his like full 6 foot whatever, saved it, and it was so weird to see even Gordon on the rebound missing it. He just like smashed it right up into the
Right.
sky or whatever. But
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Right.
should have been 1-1, and then we would have had a match on our hands. But
Right.
unfortunately, it didn't.
And also,
France,
yeah,
yeah,
that was
scored
the
the
story of the
second
first
one,
half,
which
right?
was kind of
Again, like a repeat of what the World Cup has been so far. Shitty goalkeepers making bloody shitty mistakes. Do these guys just shit give up when they come
and
to the
a
World
lot
Cup?
of them are blaming the ball, but no, it was the goalkeeper's position because he
Stance,
moved
right?
to his right or left, and
To his
then
left, the wrong way.
yeah,
Yeah.
the ball was coming
Mhm.
straight at him. All he had to do is just, and he tried to swipe it. I don't know, it just reminded me of Carrius at the
Probably.
Champions League final.
Yeah,
I was like, oh,
exactly.
I've seen this before. Deja vu.
Yep.
Am I right?
Deja vu.
Yeah, and so France
Sorry about that.
won 2-0, and they made it through to the semi-finals.
Not much of a surprise there. We were just hoping France would gel, and they did, and they played well enough to, I guess, one scrape by in the sense that they got a second goal for free, and uh, a great save from Lori. But then now we have the second game, which was not so conventional, not the way that we thought would actually go. I
Yeah.
mean, on paper, we genuinely believe that Brazil was a better team than Belgium,
Well, yeah,
right?
especially given how Japan itself had caused problems for Belgium, and
Yeah.
we said if they start playing individualistic, that's how Belgium are going to lose. But it
hmm
was surprising because Belgium finally started
Clicked
playing
from
as
the
a team.
moment.
Yeah, from moment one, the front three of Lukaku, Hazard, and De Bruyne.
Yeah, and what I absolutely loved was this was a different system that Belgium had played since, as opposed to how they started.
Mhm.
What they had actually done was, so this is how Martinez actually made Lukaku play at West Brom. So he actually made him play on the right. So the front three was a little different. What they had done was they kind of played without a sort of striker. They
Mm.
moved Lukaku to the right, and they moved Hazard to the left, and they made De Bruyne play as a sort of false nine-ish kind of role, coming from deep but joining the attack. So
Yeah.
this is a system that Martinez actually tried playing before, and Lukaku basically was used to it from his time playing for him at West Brom,
Well,
and he ended up training the other guys on how to play the system, and it actually worked so well.
very well. I
I
mean,
loved it.
it started with Brazil almost having the upper hand with Thiago Silva almost bundling in the first goal from the corner, and
Yeah,
then you had Belgium just take total control, and
right.
it was
hmm
almost like watching Germany against Brazil 2014. Only thing that
we thought it might end that way. It was going that way
yeah,
in the first half, right? We're like, wait a second, can we have another one of these?
yeah,
I would
exactly.
love to have another one of these,
Same
but
colors Belgium, same colors Germany. It was just like, oh my god, Brazil, are you seeing? Are you facing your fears
not
again? And so, well, the first goal came from a corner, and it was Vincent Company heading it behind, and it coming off, and it came off Fernandinho's shoulder. Fernandinho, who's already having one of the worst matches. I think Brazil solely missed Casemiro.
Right,
That's
right.
their problem, Brazil. Last time they missed Neymar and Thiago Silva, and they got hit 7-1. Now this time they're missing their one of the better players, Casemiro, and they don't know how to cope up. And then you had people like Fellaini and Witzel marking the hell out of Coutinho. Coutinho's become
Right,
predictable.
and it was funny because it was hilarious to watch Fellaini getting marking Coutinho. That guy's half Fellaini's size. He literally just walked over this kid.
Right, and then the
But
first half was ended with another, typical De Bruyne goal. But I have to give all credit to Lukaku. The way
that
he
was
actually like
Lukaku's
bullied
run.
that entire midfielder.
And that fake, I mean, he's big, and we talk about his first touch, but like he played it so deftly to get past that midfielder,
Yeah,
cut, fake, move to the left, and then
and
play
it
the
was
ball,
pure
but fell
power.
over.
Like Brazil
Yeah,
had no
man.
power anyway without Casemiro.
It's not just power; it was technique, right?
Yeah,
Like we can talk days and days about his physicality and his
yeah,
strength, but it takes a whole different skill to actually play a midfielder, a
yeah,
striker playing as a midfielder, fake him, get him out of the way, take him out of the game, and go and leave the ball to another guy.
yeah,
So
and
so it's like that's a huge part of his game there too.
yeah, definitely. And well, you give it to De Bruyne, and from there, no one really closed him down, so he had all the room to take the shot,
Take the shot,
and it
yeah, and
landed,
it was perfectly
yeah,
placed,
way
exactly
far
where it
away
needed
from
to be.
Allison, so nothing he could
Yeah,
do about
no
it.
chance.
And we were all
And
like, oh my god, this is what's happening. It's 2-0 already, and like,
is it happening again?
yeah, it
Yeah.
did. And so we ended the first half, and Belgium were definitely on the front foot. Brazil didn't know what hit them. Neymar was completely marked, and he didn't know what
Hmm.
was happening. The problem is he
Yeah,
wasn't
they took
passing.
the foot off the pedal after that, right?
Yeah,
In the second half,
second
I
half
would
they
say.
did, and that paved the way in for Brazil to attack more. You had
And
more,
they started growing in confidence the more they attacked and the more they played. And then yeah, that ended up I guess a little too late, but it got them their first goal, Brazil's
yeah,
first goal,
and that
which
was
was coming
yeah.
given the way that they were playing.
Well, they had a penalty shot before that. VAR came into play. Whether that is debatable, we won't discuss that too much. Whether
Right.
it was, but they
Yeah,
did
I
have a
don't think
couple
it
of
was,
they had
but
a
yeah,
lot of chances,
they did. Yeah.
and Neymar was diving left, right, and center again. But this time he didn't
Right.
have time
This
to jump up
to
and
keep going
yeah,
it right because they're losing, and then the referee was just like, "Get up, get the fuck up.
yeah,
I'm not falling for your shit this time."
exactly. And so Brazil were finally
Got
knocked
what he was
out,
coming.
which meant that we are only going to have a European World
And it was
Cup.
a fair result. Like I don't think it was anything but fair for that. It's not something that I don't think that I've heard people say no, but I would agree that this is exactly how the game
No,
should have ended.
yeah, it should have. I think Belgium totally deserved the victory. The way they came out in the first half, dominated totally, and they just needed to sit back. So yeah. So with that being said, Brazil get knocked out. We've got only European teams now in the World Cup,
Yeah,
which means now in the semi-finals we're gonna have France versus Belgium. We
France was Belgium on one side, huh? Okay, all right. So speaking on that note, we will move on to the next two quarterfinal games to find out who is the other side of France versus Belgium in the semis. So that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.